Hi, this is Tom Ray, the program coordinator for the UNLV GREOP program housed under UNLV The Center. Welcome to the scholarship portion of Financial Aid 101. This video is specifically for students who are in Clark County and are looking for competitive scholarship that is only for them. So there is a special website called the Public Education Foundation, and this website helps students in Southern Nevada compete for scholarships. They receive donations for millions of dollars of scholarships every year. And the great thing about this website is that all you have to do is create an account, fill out an application, and you will be entered into whichever scholarship that you think fits you. So you can just check all of the boxes and upload your transcript to this website, and now you can submit yourself to as many scholarships as you want and qualify for. Some scholarships on this website is specifically for your school only. So if you go to Clark High School or you go to Desert Pines or Western High School, you will only be competing with Desert Pines students, Western High School students, and you have more likely of a shot of winning a scholarship. Let's break down how scholarships are won. So first, scholarship is a competition, meaning that if there are more students that are in the pool to be selected for the scholarship, you have less chance of winning. And how we can calculate if a scholarship is worth for you to apply is really simple, and it's actually basic math. One, you want to know how much hours you're spending to apply for the scholarship. Two, you want to know your probability of winning the scholarship. And three, you want to know the amount the scholarship is awarded to you for. Once you know these three things, you just have to multiply the probability of you winning. To calculate the probability of winning, let's take an example of 1,000 people who apply. Out of those 1,000 people, let's say there's only 10 winners. You would take 10 and divide it by 1,000, and then you would get your percentage of winning, which in this case would be 1%. Next, with those 10 entrants, if the prize pool for each award was $5,000, you would take 10 and multiply the $5,000, and that would give you $50,000. Finally, you would take your 0.1% and multiply by $50,000, and you would, on average, win $500 for every scholarship that you apply for if you were equally competitive. This is the key point. So that means if every single student who applied for this scholarship had a 4.0 GPA, had the same test scores, if you were to run the math on it, that would be the amount that you would win out of 100 times that you apply. On average, you would win $500 each time, because maybe you don't win anything 99 times that you apply, but that one time that you apply and you win the $5,000, that would get you the percentage of $500 per try. This is really important because you can calculate whether or not a scholarship is worth your time to apply. Let's say there's 1 million applicants and the award is only $10,000. You might only be winning $50 per try when you apply, and you have to spend 30 hours applying for this scholarship. So with that said, your time might only be $2 an hour. You can make more than that working at a job. So this kind of lets you prioritize which scholarships you should apply for. Now, the one separator that changes all of this is your volunteering, your community service, your grade point average, your test scores, and any special talents that you might have, because different scholarships have different requirements. So if it's something that you're strongly competitive in, then go ahead and apply for it, because you fit the category and other students might not. So you have a better chance of winning. Going back to the Public Education Foundation, every single year, they open scholarships from October 1st to January 31st. These scholarships are mainly available for high school seniors. So when October 1st comes around and the free application for federal student aid opens, this website also opens for seniors to win money. When seniors apply for their FAFSA, they should definitely look at the Public Education Foundation to see what local scholarships they might qualify for. Also check with your high school counselors to see if there's any local competitive scholarship. Please look at the following form to see the checklist on how to sign up, create your account, and look for the scholarships that you can apply for. Generally, you're gonna need your high school transcript, maybe your ACT test scores to be uploaded. Finally, a personal statement or some sort of letter should be written, as well as letter of recommendations, and then curriculum vitae, which is an academic resume, should be submitted as well. If you have any questions, feel free to contact the phone number listed on this flyer, or email address. Another great resource for scholarship is the Ultimate Scholarship book. They update this book every single year. The author of this book is Gen Tanabe and Kelly Tanabe. These two authors met on a campus for winning large amounts of money through scholarship hunting, and they share their practices in this book. And the great thing about this book is that it indexes the scholarships based on state, based on your profession, based on your interests. So you're able to look at the index and find scholarships that specifically fit you and look at the website or mailing address to apply for those scholarships. When you couple this book with a solid spreadsheet so that you can hunt for scholarship, the results can be very powerful. If we look on the next screen, we have a Google form of one of our students that applied for many scholarships. Notice on this spreadsheet, we list many things that are relevant to the scholarship. First, we want to list the name of the scholarship. Ignore the priority column for now. Next, we want to look at the source of where the scholarship is from. So if you use the Ultimate Scholarship Guidebook, maybe you want to put that down there. But if it's from your high school counselor, you would put that down. If it's from the Public Education Foundation, you would put that down. And next, there's a page number. So if it's from a book, you can easily find out what page you found the scholarship. In the next two columns, we have a min amount and a max amount. This tells you the minimum amount that you can win for applying and the maximum amount. The next column is an eligibility requirement. So most of these would be yes, because otherwise you wouldn't put it on your list. Next, we have a GPA requirement. Then we have an ACT requirement if there is one. And notice on the column, we have a word called advantage, meaning that if you scored high on the ACT or SAT, then it would be a high advantage to submit those scores. That's why we have that word there. We also have an open date of when the scholarship opens, the deadline that you have to apply for the scholarship. Is the scholarship renewable yearly? Is an interview required to fly to interview for the scholarship? Do you need letters of recommendation, or is it advantageous to have them? Do you need a personal statement? Do you need a curriculum vitae, which is an academic resume? Is there a media file that you have to submit? Do you have to make a YouTube video, an Instagram post to win this scholarship? Is there community service required? Do you have to play a sport? Do you have to write any additional essays? Do you have to upload your transcript? Is it a national scholarship or local? And finally, the website link, the application link, if there is an application link, the last action taken that you have done to complete the project of the scholarship, and the next action that you need. So you would list everything that you find from these books and all of the different sources of scholarships that you're looking for. Then you can sort it by the deadline. And what this does is it allows you to focus on the scholarship that is due coming up first, or you can also sort it by the amount. Let's say you only want to go for the big scholarships. Then you can sort the scholarships by that column instead. So the benefits of having a spreadsheet is being able to sort which scholarship is the most important and what you should put all of your focus on. Now, once you get your scholarship writing skills intact and you have a personal statement, you have a curriculum vitae, you have all of these different resources that you have put thought into, gotten tutoring on, and they are all pretty much the same type of things, right? Like if you get a letter of recommendation from your teachers, it's not like you're gonna get other letters of recommendations. They're generally the same thing. You might have to change a word here or there, but is usually the full package that you would submit to one scholarship. It would be the same that you would submit to another scholarship. So when you have a full package complete, then you could just run down the list of every row and start applying to each scholarship. So in the beginning, it's going to be really hard because you have to put it together. You have to put your academic resume together. You have to put your personal statement together. And when you're putting all of it together, it may be very time consuming. It may be very difficult because you're trying to find the right things to say. You're trying to find the right format. But once you have it all done, it becomes like clockwork. So the first week, you might only apply for one scholarship every 2 weeks or every 1 week. But then once you submit your first scholarship, now you know you have the template. So you can start submitting 2 a week, 3 a week, then it's 2 every day, 3 every day. The trick to winning scholarships is quantity. It's actually not quality, although quality helps a lot because you won't waste time applying to a bunch of scholarships and winning less. But if you make your quality as high as possible, then you want to apply to as many as possible because over time, eventually, you're gonna win so much money. And you also want to make sure you test really high for the ACT and SAT, retake any classes that you might have gotten a C or D in high school, and keep your GPA as high as possible. With all of those categories in mind, I'm sure you'll be winning lots of money or getting a full ride. So thank you again for joining me today for Financial Aid 101 on scholarships. And I hope this video helps you to win as much money as you can in your future college career. Thank you.